Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and I am back for some Mariners baseball and hoping that the Mariners redeem themselves after a very disastrous loss to the San Diego Padres the other day, especially with really just reckless decision making and Wilson. And the show has begun with my feed not exact. Okay, now looks like it's going pretty okay. I'm just trying to double check to make sure. Nope, it is not working. So I do this again. Gotta keep doing this to the camera. Does this every single time that it could. Very unfortunate. It's very frustrating when my camera is like this literally all the time. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, a lot of the viewers have been telling me how unwatchable the content is, and the camera is just not cooperating. I'm gonna have to hit the res Alright, let's see if that is better. I hope it is this. Now, I've really been trying to make it work. It's just that camera just doesn't like to. I guess on the Twitch, nope, Twitch, it's still freezing. I don't know why it keeps freezing. Like, not only the Mariners just sucking is really adding to the frustration of my channel, it's also just the fact that my camera just doesn't work. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not my camera because I don't want to buy another one, but I don't know. I mean, on my YouTube, I think it is okay right now. Yep, it seems to be okay for now. So it's gonna be Mariners baseball. Now, here are the starting lineups for the San Diego Padres. Got Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr., who still has yet to hit a home run, Manny Machado, Gavin Sheets, Xander Bogaerts, Miguel Andujar, Nick Castellanos, Laureano, and Duran. And for the Mariners, we've got J.P. Crawford, who's leading off. Brendan Donovan was supposed to be the starter for today, but then they yanked him for management, load management, whatever. I don't even understand. Then we got Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Luke Rayleigh, Cole Young, Dom Canzone, Johnny Pareda, and Leo Rivas. And if I were you, add a starter from the bullpen because whoever that starter is for the bullpen or whoever that bullpen pitcher is that's a lefty, you're going to get at least one or two strikeouts guaranteed and possibly a hold. That's what they do best is they just keep making games. The Mariners just keep playing this whole matchup thing, just complete matchup rhetoric, which I really don't like at all. Now, there was an interview to Dan Wilson. They were asking him. Someone was asking about why he keeps playing the platoon ball, and I'll play it during commercial break because I don't think there's enough time to play it, but I'll do it during commercial break when I get the chance. Edwin Diaz, walkout song, Alice in Chains, Rooster. Here they come to stuff the roster. Here they come, Ross Rooster. Yeah, pretty much. And we're getting ready for baseball. Yep, there's the starting lineup. They're showing the San Diego Padres. Mariners will be pitched by Logan Gilbert going up against Walker Buehler, who I also added on to my fantasy baseball team because I think that's going to make I think Walker Buehler is going to get at least 5 strikeouts because the Mariners just can't hit against pitchers that with a 5-something ERA, which is absolutely ridiculous. And they're saying they're doing all this parlay stuff, which I'm not really interested in. Field. And Logan Gilbert is going to be the pitcher. Great. Now my feed, now my Twitch has just frozen again. Frozen over. This is so frustrating. Why does my camera keep doing this all the time? They're doing this like literally right at the start of the game. It's gonna happen like if the Mariners do something really amazing. I don't know. God knows what. All right. My feed should be back. Yeah, so I pretty much have to connect the camera and then disconnect the camera. I don't know. All right, we got Logan Gilbert, and first pitch is coming soon, and the first pitch will be brought to you by SeatGeek. Johnny Pareda is the catcher as Cal Raleigh is out for some period amount of time. They're saying at least a week or so. Dan Wilson, the manager, who was pretty much doubling down on this whole matchup obsessive thing that he's doing, that literally no Mariners fan even wants to see anymore. Like, no one wants to see it. No one likes it. The platoon ball really needs to just go on to a full stop. Like, I am dead serious. Like, it is just not helping the team at all. Like, it really isn't helping. And now we're getting ready for that first pitch. I already said who it's brought to you by. And now here is the first pitch. And that's going to be foul ball, and we are underway. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Jackson Merrill batting .210 with 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. Now it's the 0-1, and now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. It's going to be 1-1. So we're at 1-1. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. It's favorable count for Logan Gilbert so far. And also, as Logan's going to get lined up to pitch next, this is now my 32nd show of the season. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field, but who's got it? Luke Raley's got it, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 away. I'm projected to do another show tomorrow. Possibly could do 2 of 3 of the White Sox series. Now we got Fernando Tatis Jr., who has really struggled this season, batting just .238, 15 RBIs, but no home. Maybe he's as now we're at 1-0 on Fernando Tatis Jr. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a swing and a miss, and that is going to be a strike. As we're at 1-1. Two. The struggle of Fernando Tatis Jr. just continues. And now the 1-2 pitch. Way outside for a ball. Gonna be a 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 away. First strikeout of the game for Logan Gilbert. Manny Machado, who is also off to a struggling start. He has 6 home runs, but he's batting just 185. Not a good start at all. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be strike 1. Because now we're at 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball going to Rivas. Throw to first. It's going to be in time, and that's going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. And now it's going to be up to the offense. Now I want to go into the video with Dan Wilson literally just doubling down. It was literally doubling down on the whole matchup thing. So I wanted you guys to take a listen to it. And I'll show it like right this. And here, take a listen.
I think, when you look at a close game like that, a back-end bullpen like they have, you got to strike when you feel like opportunities are available, and trying to get the platoon advantage there, even in that second. Base runners on. I thought, Connor Joe put up a great at bat to get on base, and so what we saw from him later against Miller was impressive too. In a game like that, 1 or 2 runs is going to make a huge difference, and that's you have a chance right there to try to do that.
I mean, do you envision yourself going away from that in terms of like the feel of it? I mean, obviously it's based on what you're facing in that inning and what they have in the future innings. Do you ever see yourself going away from it? Or how obviously you don't stay rigid to one thing, do you?
No, I mean every situation.
Something just weird happened.
Things and you weigh all that at the time, and I think you make decisions based on the information that you have and the feel that you have, and you put it all together. And we've talked about that before. And there's no one way to do it. Each situation, as I said, presents a different opportunity, and that's what we felt was the best last night.
Basically, Dan Wilson has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. And he is literally just doubling down on this whole platoon ball thing, which really needs to stop. And we are back from the break. I mean, the second we see a lefty coming on, it's over. Walker Buehler is here. Now we're back from the break. He's 2-2. He has a 5-something ERA, but it doesn't really matter because the Mariners' offense is just that atrocious. So it doesn't really matter who is pitching. It could be a 10 ERA guy, doesn't matter. The pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive right to the left fielder, makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 away. J.P. Crawford on the first pitch. He goes down, and that's going to be 1 out. Now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. Julio's batting .257 with 7 home runs and 20 RBIs. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. Was a good opportunity for Julio to hit, but he chose not to. We're at 0-1. And now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. He kind of nearly check swinged it. And that's going to be 1-1 for Julio. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And he gets under. That's going to be foul ball on a 94-mile-an-hour sinker. It's going to be 1-2. As we're at 1-2, the pitch. He gets under it. It's going to be a foul ball once again. As we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. He gets under it again. It's going to be a foul ball. He's reaching. Mariners Muse on Twitter X says there's a chance that Mariners' final 3 at-bats of the game are taken by Ref Snyder, Pareda, and Leo Rivas. That is a possibility, as we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. We're at 2-2 for Julio. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. He didn't even have to swing at that one. And it's going to be still going to be 2-2. As now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 3-2. Julio Rodriguez having a very competitive at bat. Let's see if he can keep this up as we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And he gets under it, popped up. And it's so frustrating. Yeah, it was a good at bat, but Julio just ends up popping up. Now that's going to be 2 outs. And this is why I added Walker Buehler to the team. Oh, look at that. Meanwhile, Philadelphia, Christopher Sanchez threw a career-high 108 pitches in his second career complete game. Shutout. Now here's Naylor, and that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball, and Josh Naylor was tempted to swing at it. As we're at 1-2. Still at 1-2. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball, 2-2. To Naylor. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be popped up to left center field. Who's got it? Center field. Merrill's got it. Makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. Talk about a 1-2-3 inning for the San Diego Padres. And we're going to go into the top of the second inning. Still no score. But you would think it's only a matter of time until the Padres win. Eddie Vedder Cup is the worst rivalry. Why is Vedder still relevant in 2026? I have no idea. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
All right, we are back. Commercial break will soon be over. Only to watch San Diego hit off of Logan Gilbert probably. Got Gavin Sheets, Xander Bogaerts, and Miguel Andujar. That's going to be very tough. Now they're going over the July 15th, 1999. It's been almost 30 years since T-Mobile Park's first ever game. Dan Wilson had some things going. He gave the Mariners a 2-1 lead. And now we are back. Now here's Gavin Sheets. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As we are now at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball drilled to right center field. And the leap, and forget about that one. And I was right. It was only a matter of time until San Diego scores. And now Gavin Sheets put San Diego on the board. And it's now 1-0. And you can just kiss this game goodbye because, I mean, if the top hitters of the Mariners offense isn't doing anything, what makes you think that the bottom hitters are going to do anything? I mean, that ball seemed that it was gone the moment it hit the bat. It's almost like, here we go again is the best way to describe it. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. As now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Second strikeout for Logan Gilbert, and that is going to be 1 out. Yep, San Diego is on the board. And the Mariners offense, they didn't even score yesterday, so not very much confidence that the Mariners are going to score at all. Now we got next batter. It's going to be Miguel Andujar. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As now we're at 0-1 for Logan Gilbert. Aaron Goldsmith and Eric Karros are doing the work today. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to Randy Arozarena, making the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. Logan Gilbert is now 5th overall in strikeouts, putting him, he just passed, he passed someone. Now he's behind Mark Langston, Jamie Moyer, Randy Johnson, and Felix Hernandez. Who knows where he'll end up? Now here's Castellanos, now the pitch. Now here's going to be ground ball foul, as we do have 2 outs. Logan's actually pitching pretty well. It's just that he just happened to allow a home run to happen. As we're at 0-1 for Castellanos. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to Leo Rivas. It's fair. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. And that's going to retire the side in almost 1-2-3 inning. But unfortunately, San Diego does get the score on the board to make it 1-0. Now we're on commercial break. Ugh. Commercial break is still ongoing. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throw to first. It's going to be in time, and that is going to be one away. They're talking to Bryce Miller right now. Why focus on the game? All right, let's get to the Mariners game. Come on. And there's Luke Raley up to the plate, and that's going to be a foul ball. And honestly, this whole thing is just really distracting. Now it's 0-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. And Luke Raley gets on base with a single. Yeah, you better not dare to pull him out of the game, because if you do, then you automatically pretty much lose the game, which Mariners, they really should just please just stay with what we have. Don't go platoon ball on Luke Raley. Do it on J.P. Crawford or something. Now we've got Cole Young up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And that is going to be in there for a strike. As now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. So we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to center field. Very routine, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be 2 outs already. You blink an eye, and next thing you know, it's 2 outs. Now here's Canzone. And throw back to first. It's going to be not in time. They're trying to keep Luke Raley unchecked. Now we're at 2 outs. Now the pitch to Canzone. And that's going to be a foul ball, just missing it. Looked like that could have been a really nice hit, but did not happen. Now the pitch. It's going to be way low for a ball. Now the pitch. As we're at 1-2. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. It's 2-2. And now the pitch. That's up high for a ball. To throw to second. And Luke Raley is safe. I wonder if they're going to challenge this. It was a very gutsy run by Luke Raley. Now you've got Canzone on a favorable position. Raley had a decent jump. And he barely made... I think he might be out. I think they're going to challenge this. I think they are challenging it. He may have missed the tag, but I wonder if there's enough evidence to get him out. Looks like they're not going to challenge it after all. Now we're at 3-2 for Canzone. Now the pitch. Low for ball 4, take your base. And the lefties are the ones doing the work. They're trying to make a case on why they are not platoon hitters. And now we've got the next batter up to the plate. I think it's going to be Leo Rivas up to the plate. Or Johnny Paredes up to the plate. Well, I wouldn't be too confident about that one. He is batting .250. But he is doing better than Rivas, who's batting .137. Very painful, that is. Johnny Pareda, the emergency catcher for the Mariners, as Cal Raleigh is out for some time. He is 2 for 8 at the start of the season. And now the pitch. And it's going to be in there for a strike. And he looked like he was going to challenge it, but he's not. And now it's going to be 0-1. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a liner and foul. That was a pretty nice swing, but it just happens to not go in the right direction. As now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. And Johnny Pareda is fighting it, but you just can't really expect anything to happen out of Johnny Pareda. You just don't. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. First strikeout is due for Buehler because I need one. Now the pitch. And that's going to be fouled. And Pareda is still fighting it. But you just think that knowing Pareda's caliber, It just feels like it's only a matter of time until he strikes out. I mean, you just feel it because I do. So we're going to try this again. We're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. And I thought that was going to be a strike. And I would have challenged that one too. But I guess that's how much the Padres have confidence that Pareda is not going to get a hit anyway. It's only a matter of, and geez, 40 pitches, close to 40 pitches for Buehler. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch outside for ball 3. It's going to be 3-2. Now the concerns are if Walker Buehler does not, if he doesn't pitch enough innings, that means they're going to go to lefties, and then that's going to be where Dan Wilson makes his knee-jerk moves and put in the platoon players. As now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to retire the side. The Padres get out of a jam, had Luke Raley and Dom Canzone at first and second base, and Johnny Pareda could not come up with anything. And now we're going to go into the top of the third inning with absolutely no offense being done for the Seattle Mariners. Absolutely frustrating.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki goes pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're going to spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. Commercial break is still ongoing. And now we are back from the break. Now here's Logan Gilbert. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball foul. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Going to be popped up. Should be easy play, you would think. Who's got it? Cole Young's got it. And he makes the catch. And that is going to be one away. Now we got the next batter. It's going to be Duran. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike one. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. That's going to be 0-2. Logan Gilbert's at 29 pitches. He's been very efficient today. And now the pitch. Way low for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, jammed up. Who's got it? Quite a bit of running. Here's Crawford, and he makes the catch. That's going to be 2 outs. Now here's Jackson Merrill up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-0, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike one. As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and a 1-2-3 inning for Logan Gilbert. He's been absolutely amazing, but at the same time, the Mariners' offense need to be just as amazing, if not more amazing, so they can score the runs. All right, now let's go into commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
And we're getting close to being back from the break. Still commercial, still going on. Commercial break still ongoing. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch to Rivas. That's going to be outside for a ball. You might as well just call this one an automatic out, unfortunately. And now we're at 1-0 for Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. As now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Ball 3, actually an advantage. I'm calling red light, but we all know that Buehler is going to throw a strike. Rivas is not going to swing at it, so it's just going to be, I don't know. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. We all knew that was happening. As now we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. And magically, Walker Buehler found his strike zone. As now we're at 3-2. Three and two on Rivas. Now the pitch. And check swing. Yep, no, it doesn't matter. Strike 3. And that's just amazing. Rivas struck out off of 3 balls, literally. Absolutely embarrassing. Like, I just cannot believe it. Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1, now the pitch. Way up inside, and that is going to be a ball. Now here's J.P. Crawford, now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a liner, and that's going to be foul. And strike 3 called. That is now 2 outs. And now we've got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. Now here's Julio, and now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be ball 1. Got 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Way up high. A little bit high. That's going to be a ball 2-1. Don't count them out too quickly with trash Buehler pitching. But Mariners stink against up swing and a miss strike 2. Mr. David Kim, or shall I say Hyung. Mariners don't really hit well. Their offense is so bad You can put a 10 ERA guy, and it doesn't matter. That's all I'm going to say. As now we're at 2-2 for Julio. And now the pitch. And that's going to be out just outside. It's going to be 3-2. And by the way, Hyung, in case you haven't noticed, the South Korea national football team just released their roster. Thought you would take a look at it. I mean, Son Heung-min's a striker. Big surprise, right? Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. This is exactly why I added Walker Buehler to the team. Exactly why. Because I'm literally getting free strikeouts from him. How many strikeouts did I get out of him? 4 strikeouts, and he's a 5 ERA guy. And yes, I added him because I'm a freaking genius. Just absolutely just amazing. Well, you're adding a couple weeks to Bueller's already too long a career. Appreciate it very much. Don't make me cough. I'm just wondering who's going to send. I know. Yuki Matsui. Well, Peralta. I know. They're just going to play this platoon game. And Rayleigh and Canzone are the ones that are actually contributing to the offense by actually getting on base. And then what? What's the punishment? That Dan Wilson pulls it because lefties, matchups. Yeah, that's just great. Typical Taryn, my favorite fan from Twitch. Thank you for being there. Cobra King X. Hey, our offense is just as bad as yours. Yeah.
There you go. Good hit. Go home. Go home. Woo.
Ooh.
Yes, you're up. Roll to third. There you go. Yeah. Wow.
And we are back from the break. Well, thank you, David Kim 5400, for giving me that advice. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be, right to JP Crawford. Oh, Tatis Jr., what happened to you? Why are you having such a bad season? And no, don't blame it on the World Baseball Classic. Not exactly a mature way of approaching that. Ah, crud, I'm just dropping papers. Why am I doing this? Oh, look at Cal Raleigh. Last season was batting 247, 161 now. Yeah, just painful. Now here is Machado. Now the pitch. Cobra King X, you've already scored anyway. Now we got 1-0 count on Manny Machado. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Yeah, but if we have to depend on Cal Raleigh, then I don't know. We're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Oh, inside for a ball. That nearly hit him. It's going to be 3-0. I mean, let's see how my fantasy baseball team is doing just literally based off of Walker Buehler. Like I'm literally, because of Mariners' badness, I'm literally destroying this guy. Because we're at 3-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. You can't really challenge that one. And there's Cal Raleigh with Brian Wu. I mean, the thing is, if the Mariners had to depend everything on Cal Raleigh to win, then they've got 9 other problems. So Mariners have to figure it out. Can't just keep putting the blame on Cal Raleigh just being out. I mean, even then himself, even in his best, he's still a very volatile hitter. Yeah, like, oh, we've got U.S. veteran. Thank you for your service. I wonder if you're at the game. Now the pitch. And that's going to be just missing it for a ball. That's going to be 1-0. Cal farting makes it his fault. I mean, if you're farting, I mean, I saw Holy Sheets got a home run. Yep, he did. Why are you challenging? Just why are you doing that? It was not a necessary challenge. You can get out of it easily with a double play. We're at 1-0. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. I mean, Walker Buehler, 4 strikeouts alone. I mean, it's definitely put me on the edge for strikeouts as we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be... Now, that one you should have challenged. Pareda, that one was yours to challenge. Come on, man. Come on, have you heard of this? Well, because he wasted it already. Now Logan is starting to get a little bit less efficient. So we're at 3-0 for Gavin Sheets, the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. As we're at 3-1 for Gavin Sheets, who did hit the home run earlier in the game, which made it a 1-0 game. As we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was a bad pitch, but it was gifted by... The strike was gifted by Sheets with his bad swing. USA veteran says it's better to not watch the games this year to save impending stroke through your brain. Mariners are bipolar. They are very volatile. I agree with that. We're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Low for ball 4. Take your base. And now that's going to be runners on first and second with just 1 out. Makes you wonder who's up next. Going to be Xander Bogaerts, another possible dangerous hitter for San Diego. I mean, San Diego already won the Vetter Cup. Congratulations for anyone that cares about the Vetter Cup. I don't. The only thing I care about is Mariners just winning games, which they are refusing to do, especially from yesterday when Dan Wilson and Jared Dipoto decided to pull. Who did they decide to pull? They decided to pull Luke Raley and Don Canzone because they'll match up better against lefties when they're literally, Ref Snyder is literally a near less than a 100 hitter against lefties. Ugh. Logan Gilbert is now creeping to 50 pitches. They used an unspoken rule of not swinging at a 3-0 pitch. These guys are only practicing it nowadays, apparently. Got Xander Bogaerts. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. That's going to be 0-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Oh, that was like a borderline balk. Can't believe the umpire did not call that one. Getting to be very dangerous. Got runners on first and second. Seems it's only a matter of time until San Diego scores. Now the pitch. And swing, and I can't even tell if that was a foul ball or I don't know. Either way, it's going to be 1-2. If it was on strike 2, that would have been a much more tougher decision to call. So we're at 1-2 on Xander Bogaerts. The 2022-23 free agent signing for San Diego. He was actually one of the players I was hoping the Mariners would at least talk to, which, of course, that never happened because Mariners don't like to spend any kind of money. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be missing it for a ball. It's going to be 2-2. I want to look at the rankings for the offense on both teams. In total runs, Mariners are at 20th, while San Diego is at 26. Brutal. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. And Randy Arozarena literally just let it drop, and now the bases are loaded with just one out. And I think Randy should have got that one. Oh, boy. It just gets better, doesn't it? So now we're at, it's 1-0 San Diego. Got the bases loaded with just one out because of all these walks and a base hit that literally Randy Arozarena just literally refused to catch. Now we got Miguel Andujar with the bases loaded. And how does the Padres do with the bases loaded? Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball foul. The San Diego Padres, when the bases are loaded, they are 16th in the league in batting average. When it comes to RBIs, San Diego is at 20th, while the Mariners are at 15th. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. That was a nice splitter by Logan Gilbert. It's going to be 0-2 for Andujar. Miguel Andujar has been quite a journeyman since he actually had a breakout with the Yankees. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Miguel Andujar had pretty much one good, healthy season, which was 2018 with the Yankees. Hit 27 home runs, 92 RBIs, batted .297. He hasn't done anything since. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. I questioned that one. I want to see the replay. Yep, they're going to show it. Nope, it was just barely he pulled it back. Just barely. If it was the Mariners, it would have went forward for sure. Now we're at 2-2 on Miguel Andujar. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. A bad pitch bailed out by Andujar. That should have been ball 3, but otherwise he just decided to swing at it, which I'm okay with. As we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Castellanos is on deck. Paul Hahn is here. He says, go M's. I think I have like 2 or 3 Koreans here. One of them is a Mariners fan. The other one I can tell is a Padres fan just by the typing. But when it comes to World Cup, we will all be united together to be frustrated at the Korean Football Association, the 3-2. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field, and that is hooking foul. Miguel Andujar is really fighting this off. But I don't know. I mean, when you foul like that amount and you're fighting that much, you would just think it's a matter of time until Andujar actually gets a hit, and that will break this game severely open. Now we're at 3-2 still. What is Logan going to do here? And now the 3-2. And now here's going to be a ground ball. I don't know if it's going to be a double play ball. And that's all he's going to get is a play at third. He should have thrown it at home to force it out. What is Leo Rivas even doing? Not even paying attention. And now it's 2-0 San Diego. How did Rivas not throw at home? I mean, he had plenty of time. He could have just. I think if he just got rid of it quickly, I think he could have got him out. I think he should have got him out at home. And now the Padres have another run. Now it's 2-0. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball at deep left center field. Julio is going back. He's just looking, and that is gone. Nick Castellanos with a 3-run home run, and the Padres have broken this open to make it 5-0. That is his 3rd home run of the season. And now this is just an absolute humiliation against the Mariners. And it is now 5-0 on a 3-run home run by Nick Castellanos. And how Tom Brenneman would have said it was, and that's a fly ball to left center field. And that is Castellanos, and that is gone. Yep, and that is now a 5-0 game. I just want to say that I am a man of faith. I am so very, very sorry that I am watching the Seattle Mariners get absolutely just wrecked. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Don't score a lot before the 6th. Dude, you jinxed it. Oh, yeah, I know. TK7 couldn't have said it better, but hey, he's a Padres fan, so let him do the reverse jinx himself. Now here's Laureano, and now the pitch. Oh, and that's going to be inside for a ball, 1-1. And David Kim, 5,400, 54%, says, and you guys extended Castellanos' career by a couple weeks as well. I'm sure he appreciates the M's as well. I know. It's a miracle. Bro, I'm not watching now. I know. I don't blame you. So you just watch me just scream at a camera, basically. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's just absolute humiliation. Like, this is just unwatchable baseball. Now the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. And that's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And now Dan Wilson's coming out. Looks like he's coming out to argue with the first base umpire. I mean, now he's just really just frustrated and furious. I think this is just a way for him just to get the team fired up. But Dan Wilson is visibly frustrated. And now here's Kevin Seitzer just telling him to calm down and just go back to the dugout. Now Wilson's just really showing his emotion. It's really showing a little bit of a Lou Piniella in him, but more like, looks like he got his tampons on, is what he looks like. And there's the check swing. And yes, it did go above. It did go over. And that's why Dan Wilson's frustrated. But if you have to depend on a good call, that probably means you're a terrible manager. As we're at 2-2 on Laureano. And now the 2-2 pitch. And now here's a fly ball foul. Thankfully, that is fouled. I am debating whether I want to go to a Mariners game on Monday. But I haven't decided yet. It's supposed to be at the Terrace Club. As we're at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, still foul. Seitzer says, bruh, don't do it. It's stupid. Yeah, Dan desperately trying to get this team fired up. That's what it is. Beeler is somehow a better pitcher now. Why do you think I added him on my fantasy baseball team? There's a reason I did. And a good reason, too. I wonder who's available tomorrow. It's going to be Lucas Giolito. Might add him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. You're too upset to type? Are you typing on your phone or are you typing on your computer? Yep, he's available to add, but who? And I am out of acquisition limits. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. No one should be clapping. If you're the Mariners fans, you should be booing your lungs out because this is just unacceptable. Like you had Leo Rivas, who literally could have thrown at home, could have been a double play. Instead, no, now we're still in this. Now the game's still going on. And then you got Nick Castellanos to hit a 3-run home run. Oh, yes, I'm glad you asked that. I gave him a chance. I thought he was going to be an upgrade over Service. I thought he was instrumental on the Mariners making a little bit of a somewhat run in 2024 ending after Service only was able to lead the team to like a 500 record. And then when I saw him in 25, I saw all the flaws. But now not only are they saying that Dan Wilson is just not a good manager, he's also a pushover to Jerry Dipoto, that Jerry Dipoto is basically holding him to the balls and say, no, you got to take out the lefty or you're fired. If you want to watch some good softball, watch this. 2 of my second baseman plays. Two. Forgot how to get ground balls like all pitchers Dipoto gets his hands on and now routinely gets clobbered because fastball is too low and play off the changeup. That's a pretty good observation. Typical Terran goes, okay, if the Mariners win this game, we get a Dan Wilson apology. I think it's not. No, I am not apologizing to Dan Wilson. The only way I will maybe consider apologizing to Dan Wilson is if the Mariners win the World Series, and I will maybe think about it. Because if the Mariners would have won the World Series, it's going to be not because of him. It's going to be despite him, not in spite of him. I will take that bet. I'm not apologizing. I'm not going to. One win isn't going to get an apology letter out of me. It's not going to happen. Even World Series is not enough. Now here's Josh Naylor. We're back from the break. Now he's trying to draw the bunt. That's going to be a ball. And what a disastrous game this has already been. 5-0 San Diego. As we're at 1-0 for Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. I mean, put it this way. If San Diego can come back from a 6-0 deficit, the Mariners with a 5-0 deficit, that seems more than doable, right? And now the pitch. That's going to be there for a strike. If the Padres can come back from a 6-0 deficit, then the Mariners can come back from a... And now here's going to be a liner to right field, base hit. Now you got Josh Naylor at first base. Not that it matters anyway. I mean, when it's 5-0 and you're the Mariners, the game's pretty much over. Now here's Arozarena up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was a perfect meatball right there. And somehow the Mariners are making a Cy Young Award winner out of Walker Buehler. I'm telling you, the best fantasy baseball strategy is this. Just add any starter going against the Mariners, and you're guaranteed 5 strikeouts and a win. We're at 0-1 for Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to, he reaches it. That's going to be a foul ball. Like, what are you doing reaching? Just be patient. I mean, other batters, you got Luke Raley, Cole Young, and Dom Canzone anyway. They'll probably do more damage than Randy ever will. Even though he's batting around a 300, but I don't care. As we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That is going to be 2-2. This has been a really embarrassing game. For anyone that cares in the minor leagues, Felny and Celestine's hitting streak is now up to 21 games. Because now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Makes you wonder what they're going to do after this. As now we're at 3-2. The pitch. That's going to be ball 4, take your base. And now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. You got Luke Raley up to the plate. What can possibly go wrong? I mean, everything can go wrong. I mean, Luke Raley, he's been having a really good season. Barrel percentage, he's been playing very well, and yet Dan Wilson likes to pull him. I mean, just wait. If I were San Diego, I would just pull out Walker Buehler right now and just put in a lefty put in lefties for the rest of the game, and the Mariners offense will do absolutely nothing. Now we got Luke Raley up to the plate. In 11 games this month, he's been batting .357 with 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, with a 1.347 OPS. What can possibly go wrong with this at-bat? Mariners are trying to roar their way back into this game. You got runners on first and second. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That is going to be ball 1. Now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be 1-1. Still at 1-1. Now the pitch. Way low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Raley's been playing very well, but he really should get more opportunities against the lefties. So we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Going to be a double play ball. Throw to second. But there's going to be no play at first base. And now you got runners on first and third. You got 2 outs. And if I were Luke Raley, maybe try to steal second base so you can avoid the double play. Now you got Cole Young up to the plate. Makes you wonder what Cole Young is going to be doing. Doesn't have to do much because you still have power hitter Dom Canzone behind you. Mariners are in the top 10 for the most home runs in the majors. Don't even count them out. Padres, yeah, but Padres, all you have to do is just throw in lefties, and then now the pitch. No, here's what all the Padres have to do. Their bullpen, they don't have anything to worry about because you still have 2 lefties. You have your Japanese lefty. All they're going to do is just throw in the lefties, and the Mariners are going to yank out their best lefties for righties that are not even good because the 2 matchups. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit, and the Mariners get on the board. That's going to be scoring in Josh Naylor, and it is now a 5-1 ball game. Mariners get on the board, but they still got a long ways to go, but it was an RBI single by Cole Young. And let's see if the Mariners can still continue this. It was a nice swing by Cole Young. He doesn't have to hit home runs. All he's got to do is just put it in play somewhere. And now you got Luke Raley and Cole Young. Now you got Dom Canzone, who can actually do some damage in this situation. Now here's Canzone, the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. And if I were the bullpen of San Diego, just pull out Buehler and put in a lefty, and then they're going to take out Canzone. First plate appearance with a walk. Runners in scoring position is a 333 hitter with a home run. I think a 10 RBIs is what I possibly saw. I don't know if Mariners are going to win this game, though, bad man. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike one. He was going for the home run, but just did not happen. Now it's 1-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, and the throw to first. Not in time. And now that gets Luke Raley to third base. Not really much to cheer about because you're not getting that. You're not going to get. You're just risking yourself not to get runs. Now you got Johnny Pareda up to the plate, and you might as well just call this an automatic out. Like, there's no way Mariners aren't going to score at all. I mean, Canzone got there. Yeah, great. But now you have 2 outs, and you have Johnny Pareda up to the plate. And I think this is where situations like this where you wish that Cole Emerson was up, and that's if he can contribute. Now here's Pareda. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. He's swinging outside the zone unnecessarily. And it's going to be 0-1. And now the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. He struck out in the second inning because he swung and missed. And granted, he fought a 3-2 count, but still came up with nothing as we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And even if Pareda walks, bases sure will be loaded, but then you're going to have Leo Rivas, which is also another automatic out. So basically the Mariners are handing a total of 6 outs. And now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. And if it was a 3-0 count, I would say red light. But the problem is, then Walker Buehler is just going to magically find the strike zone. Just like how Leo Rivas was on a 3-0. And then he struck out on a 3-0 count. As we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Yep, and you knew it was happening. It's going to be a strike. It's going to be 3-2. Now you have to protect the plate. It's only a matter of time until a strikeout happens. As we're at 3-2. Full count. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. He had to swing at that. But if you're just doing foul balls and you're Johnny Pareda, that is just not a good look on you. As we're at 3-2. So still at 3-2. Now the pitch. And it's going to be a foul again. Like, I don't care if these are competitive at-bats. Pareda is just not good. 7 pitches. This at-bat. Woo! Let's turn those into hits, shall we? As we're at 3-2. Runners on first and third. The pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. But I wonder if that was a wild pitch. Or was that fouled? Yeah, that was a foul ball, all right. Something that he didn't even have to swing at. Like, what do you want for yourself? You want a chance to put the bases loaded for Leo Rivas? No, you got to do more than just that. You got to get a single at least. We're at 3-2. Now the pitch. And he just literally stands there, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. And the Mariners wasted another opportunity, literally leaving another 2 runners on base. And now we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Momentum seems to be lost. Like, if I were San Diego, put all your eggs in one basket, bet everything you've got, and put it on the Padres. You're gonna probably bet like what, $60,000 for example, just to get $1. That's what the bet pretty much is. Pareda shouldn't be expected to be good. Dipoto should be expected to have a real backup plan for the blatantly overworked Cal. Sucks I can't be mad at Pareda. Well, I can because I'm putting high standards on everyone. Like, unfortunately, I'm going to have unreasonable expectations on this team because they continue to play like garbage. All right, give me a few moments. I need to just breathe.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
Just absolutely embarrassing. Mariners fans should be booing. My eyes are just bleeding because Mariners have a total of, they're literally providing 6 free outs. And we are back from the break. Here's Duran, and now here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. Should be playable. Here's Naylor. Makes the catch, and that's going to be one away. Mariners are just 2 games back in the division, but it's going to keep adding up if the Mariners keep losing these kind of games. And the Mariners really have to hurry up and score before they get to their lefties. And now here is Jackson Merrill, and now here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Mariners are really running out of time. Like, the game's pretty much over by the time San Diego gets to their bullpen. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 0-2. Now we're at 0-2, the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. As we're at 1-2. The 1-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. First, that's going to be in time. We got Cloud Hopper 57. We are losing. Yes, we are. In embarrassing fashion. Losing 5-1. Now here's Tatis Jr. Now your pitch. And that's going to be popped up. Should be easy play. Who's got it? Someone's got to talk. Crawford's got it. Makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning. And they're going to go. Leo Rivas will be the next hitter. Padres' bullpen has been terrible this year. That's great. Except one huge exception, of course. Mariners are very much in it. Nope, they're in it, but when the Padres get to their bullpen, and if it's lefties, the Mariners are done for because they're going to pull their two of their more effective hitters that are lefties, Canzone and Rayleigh. They're going to pull them out for righties because matchups. Cole Emerson's been playing third base for the third straight Sunday, so I think that's a good indication that he might actually get a chance. Maybe he'll get called up. Maybe by the Chicago series he might get an opportunity. I don't know. It just makes you wonder what's going to be next. And we are back from the break. Walker Buehler is still on the mound. 85 pitches, and they're running out of time. Emerson and his 27% strikeout rate, 103 WRC plus. Yeah, we're not passing A's anytime soon. Yeah, pretty much. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Only good lefty. It doesn't matter. As long as it's the Mariners, you could be the worst pitcher in baseball, worst lefty, and they're still going to pull out. Mariners are still going to play, oh, yeah, let's play matchups, the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a line drive. Nope, that's going to be caught. That's just great. Leo Rivas is now out. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that enough? That is gone! A home run for J.P. Crawford, and the Mariners add another run to make it 5-2. That is Crawford's 6th home run of the season, and the Mariners are still trying to breathe hope. And let's hope that the Mariners can get this going so they can catch up to the San Diego Padres. What a blast by J.P. Crawford. Let's go. Just like what he said. Let's effing go. Walker Buehler is now at 93 pitches. And he feels good about that. The pitch, that's going to be inside for a ball. JP sure doesn't want Emerson called up either. What a selfish prick. But his strikeout is the problem, so I can understand why they're not doing it. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be popped up. He got under it. He was reaching. Who's got it? He makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. I mean, JP is a very selfish player. There's no doubt about it, but it was nice of him to get that home run, which he's probably going to brag about too. Now here's Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. He fouls it off of his foot. That's going to be strike one. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. "97 pitches for Buehler. Only a matter of time till they bring in a lefty. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. 2 outs, and you got Josh Naylor on at first base. And now it's going to be Randy Arozarena up to the plate. And if I were him, you know what? Just blast it. Hit the home run. I don't care. Hit the ball as hard as you can, I think. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Got a tying run. Luke Raley is on deck, and I wonder if they are going to bring in their lefty, which if I were San Diego, I would totally do that, and they're probably going to do that next. But please don't do it. Like, don't you dare. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. It's like they're challenging the call on Randy Arozarena. And yep, they got it, and that's going to be strike one. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. An atrocious swing by Randy Arozarena. Absolute waste. And that's going to retire the side. But J.P. Crawford did blast a home run. But now you would think that Padres are going to bring in a lefty. And then that means that Luke Raley and Canzone will be yanked for Rev Snyder and Connor Joe. Just absolutely just fantastic.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
I hope you guys like my Spanish. And also, I'll show you some of my softball plays. And now we are back from the break. Now the pitch. Logan Gilbert had 34 pitches. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. We got some men in the bullpen. Got Bizzardo as one of them. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And who's got it? Rivas, he's there. And he makes the catch. Now it's going to be Gavin Sheets. Gavin Sheets was the one that got it started. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Gavin Sheets has the highest on-base percentage of every Padre. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ground ball, and that's going to be fouled. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. That's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball right to Rivas. Beautifully played. First, that's going to be in time. And that is going to retire the side. An easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. And now we're going to have to go into the bottom of the 6th. And it remains to be seen what they're going to do with Walker Buehler. And now we are back from the break. Oh, crap. Now Peralta's up to the plate. Okay, but please tell me that Luke Raley's still batting. Because Peralta is a lefty. All right, they're going to give him a chance. That's good. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Just wonder how Luke Raley's going to do. He is batting just 250 against the lefties, but with only 4 plate appearances. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. There's going to be a ground ball. He just has to hustle and now go to first. It's going to be in time. But you got to love the hustle from Luke Raley. You got to give that to him. But then Dan Wilson can be like, oh, no, he didn't get the hit off the lefty, so we can't use him anymore. No, it was a really good effort. Now here is Cole Young, and that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a lot of comments, huh? What do you think about France on our team? I mean, I don't really know what his numbers are. I didn't even look it up. If Cal was healthy batting 250, we'd be like, yep, pretty much. But there's other factors, though. The pitch. Did Dan Wilson get ejected? And there's a strikeout. Now we got Canzone up to the plate. Did he get ejected? Oh, well, Dan Wilson was ejected. So that's why they're not playing the matchup game. Now the pitch. RPG watching Star Wars. I'm actually planning to watch Star Wars Episode 3 tonight. And then I plan to watch A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi all in Korean. Now here's Canzone. Now the pitch. Way up and in. That's going to be a ball. Now the 2-0. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throw to first. Going to be in time. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. But the depressing part is when Anakin just loses his you-know-what and chokes his wife, Padme. That was depressing. That was the most depressing part. Like when the Jedi got executed Order 66, I didn't really care about that because the Jedi really did treat Anakin like garbage. And the fact that, look what they did to Ahsoka. But yeah, Anakin got tricked by Palpatine. That's what it was. To turn into Darth Vader. The one guy to K was the one guy Dan would have kept in. So the Mariners aren't playing their matchup game today. And it kind of helps when Dan Wilson was ejected. Wait, what's going on? So we've got Brady Farkas saying people all over the media not asking enough tough questions or not writing enough difficult things. This is the piece you've been waiting for. Oh, man, the mainstream Mariners media. Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yep, that fight was absolutely amazing. Is anyone watching Mandalorian and Grogu? I'm not. I'm not watching it. I can't wait not to watch it. I'm literally protesting against Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars destroyed everything. Like the lightsaber fights are just absolutely underwhelming. Like the choreography is just bad. It's just very forgettable. Like Disney Star Wars is just absolutely unwatchable. As we are back from the break, and Logan Gilbert, he is still pitching. He's on 85 pitches. He's been pitching, well, he was pitching well for most of the game with the exception of 2 innings. Now here's Miguel Andujar. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. So Manny Acta is going to be the interim manager for today. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball diving stop by Rivas and the throw to first. And that's going to be in time. What a play by Leo Rivas, throwing it all the way to first base with absolutely no arm. And he should deserve a round of applause for that one. Great play. Now we're at Owen. Now we got 1 out. And now the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. And now it's going to be 0-1. And now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. As we're at 1-2. Too bad. I was looking forward to see all your starters pulled. I love the idea that Harrison Ford was happy to be in episode 7, took one, and immediately asked for his... Yeah, pretty much. The pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. You want to know what's real Star Wars? It's all the Legends content. The real 789 is the Thrawn trilogy. When Luke Skywalker meets Mara Jade. That one was the true 789. And I don't care what people say. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. And the throw to first. That's going to be in time. And there is Laureano up to the plate. Logan's at 94 pitches, probably his last inning. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Julio's still running, and he lets it bounce. And that's just going to be a double right there. Now we got 2 outs. But I mean, still got 2 outs, though. "96 pitches for Logan Gilbert." And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to left field. Forget about that one. Caught by the bullpen pitcher of San Diego. And San Diego breaks it open again, literally erasing the efforts of the Mariners with their 2 runs. And now it is 7-2 San Diego. And that may have been the dagger. And that was Duran with a home run. Oh my goodness. We're about to lose the series and probably get swept. And now it looks like they've just pulled out Logan Gilbert.
There you go. Good hit. Go home. Go home.
Ooh.
Yes, you're up. Run up. Roll to third. There you go. Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, go, go, go! Go home, go home! Stay a second! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, let's go!
I forgot to saying take me out to the ball game. Let's see if I can do it fast. Nope. Oh wait, it's not even taking me out to the ball game anyway. Yeah, not even the bottom of the 7th yet. And now we got Davila on the mound as we are going to the bullpen. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3, retiring the side. And here it is. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. They already lost. It's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah, whatever. Hello, hello, oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Hello, hello, oh baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she's waiting for me. There is no woman in America that's waiting for you. Catch up, ship across the sea. Hello, ship all alone. We never think I'll make it home. Hello, no, we gotta go. Oh no, said Loe. Oh baby, said we gotta go. 3 nights and days I sailed the sea. Think of a girl constantly, don't. All on that ship I dream she there. Dream on, she won't be there. I smell the rose in her hair. Yeah, that's not happening. Loe. Whoa, no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Said Loe. Oh, today said we gotta go. Okay, let's give it him right now. All right, we're gonna be back from the break real soon. And we are back from the break. Oh boy, what a nightmare game this was. Now we got Jason Adam on the mound. It's gonna be a righty. Tatis has moved to right field. Now here's Pareda. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball popped up. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be one away. And now we got Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. This game's pretty much a throwaway game at this point. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. As we're at 1-2 for Leo Rivas. I mean, again, this is pretty much a throwaway game at this point. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. I didn't even have to look at it. That's going to be 2 outs. It's almost like you just want this game to end. Now here's J.P. Crawford. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0 the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 1-2. So we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. JP still trying to fight. We're at 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's going to retire the side. Talking about a 1-2-3 inning. This game is pretty much lost at this point. And now we're going to go into the top of the 8th inning.
There you go. Good hit. Go home. Go home. Woo.
Ooh.
Yes, you're up. Roll to third. There you go. Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, go, go, go! Go home, go home! Stay a second! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, let's go! Let's That's 3.
And we are back from the break. Oh, inside. That almost hit Tatis. Yeah, he actually did dive. I know. He really backed out. As we're at 1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. As we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. Oh, this game is just so lost. It's just embarrassing and painful to watch. It's to the point where it's just absolutely unwatchable. Now the pitch going to be, and now here it is. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. Now we got a man on first base. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. And throw back to first. Going to be not in time. Now the pitch. Another throw. That's going to be the throw to second. And that's going to be in time. And down goes Tatis. And that is going to be 1 out. Nice throw by Johnny Pareda. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be check swing. Did he go? He did not. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike to Machado. We're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Now here it's going to be caught by Leo Rivas. Nice catch. Now it's going to be 2 away. Same old Mariners, not surprised. They're not going to win tomorrow. Somehow the Mariners only came up with 2 runs against a 5+ ERA pitcher. The Mariners somehow only scored 2 runs off a 5+ ERA pitcher. Literally the reason you should add any starter against the Mariners in fantasy baseball, which I do, and it's carried. As now we're at 1-1 for Gavin Sheets. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. As we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, and that's going to be 2-2. They're going to challenge the strike call. As we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. As we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be ball 4, take your base. Davila with his second walk. Domingo Gonzalez in the bullpen. Here comes Manny Acta, who, by the way, has lost a lot of weight. And he's taking him out of the game. High strikeout, over reliant on home runs, awful defense, very little ability to string hits together, and putting too much pressure on Munoz. Brash to carry the pen. Lineup is unathletic and slow, I know. And now here is the pitch. And a swing!
All 5 pitches were out of the strike zone. Literally, if he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game would be over.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro.
Yeah,
when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
Mariners fans are gluttons for punishment. At least we'll have to face Miller today. Yeah. And the Mariners abused it. Now they have to face Miller tomorrow, which they're probably going to. We're going to get swept. That's what's going to happen. As we are back from the break. Now here's Gavin Sheets, or here's Bogarts. Now here's going to be a ground ball, easy play, go to the bag, and that's going to retire the side. But however, the Mariners, down by 5, but you got Julio, Naylor, and a Rosarena. I mean, yeah, you're down 5 runs, but it doesn't mean it has to be over. But they will make it over. I know. It is pretty much over. What's sad, a very solid population in this fan base would love bringing back Mitch Haniger, which is pathetic. Pretty much. Probably more than bringing back Eugenio Suarez on this team. Because the Mariners somehow let him go for pretty much nothing. If it was 7-5, yeah, maybe some hopes. Warm fuzzies over winning, yeah, pretty much. Now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. As we're at 1-0 for Julio. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. And now we got Julio at first base. Well, maybe... Nah, it's still over. Now here's Josh Naylor, now the pitch. And that's going to be swing and a miss. As we're at 0-1, the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. As we're at 2-1. Now the 2-1. Way inside for a ball, 3-1. And Julio steals second base. As we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. Way inside. That's going to be ball 4. Now you got runners on first and second. Oh, you turned off your laptop, huh? The problem is we have guys go down and underperform, or Jerry replaces them with garbage. Quad A players, doesn't rebuild depth. Ford, LaStella, Rowdy, Pollock, Rivas, etc. It never ends, pretty much. Alec Jacob is going back to AAA after today. Might as well chunk him in there while they can, pretty much. But here's Randy Arozarena with no outs. So I'm not saying it's possible for a comeback, but you just never know. With 2 men on with no outs. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be both runners going to second and safe. Josh Naylor gets there, and now the double play factor is gone. Still got runners on, now you got runners on second and third with nobody out. Randy should have just swung and missed on purpose just for the fun of it. And Naylor barely made it. Just like J.P. Crawford becomes a fan favorite for no reason. Now here's Randy. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be ball one. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. I mean, 1-2 on a Rosarena. Not looking good for him. We're at 1-2. Rosarena's 0-2. He's got to redeem himself. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and it gets away and bobbles, and nobody is out, and that is safe. And Julio Rodriguez score, and the Mariners are down by 4 on an accidental play. Randy Rosarena gets a little bit lucky. Naylor the third. Rodriguez scores, and Randy Rosarena at first, it was a sliding effort, but it did not work out at all. And now we've got Jacob on the bullpen, or yeah, he's already there. Still on commercial break. Rowdy did have some power, but he just wasn't the right fit for this team. If we can come back against any Padres pitcher, it's Jacob and his 83-mile-an-hour fastball. Yeah, the Mariners are going to find a way to screw that up. You would hope so that there's hope. You would still think, would you? Now we got the lefty, and they got Luke Raley still going to be hitting. You're going to take a chance. Now the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Ugh. And Luke Raley really does not look good against lefties. I know. But we can't do it with Ref Snyder and Connor Joe. That's just not an option. As we're at 0-1 for Luke Raley. Now throw back to first. It's going to be not in time. You know, this whole thing about Donovan babying him is not really aging at all. Not aging well. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now that's going to be 1 out. Here come all the platoon Mariners fans saying, I told you so. Now we got Dom Canzone. Now the pitch, or Cole Young. And that's going to be a strike. Now we got 0-1. Now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did not. That's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And it's going to throw to second. And that's going to retire. No, it's going to be scoring another run. So it's now 7-4. So, I mean, here's what we've got. You got Dom Canzone, Pareda, and Rivas. Mariners have to keep scoring because you do not want to go into the bottom of the ninth. And they're going to go with Rob Refsnyder. No, they just ended it. No, still give Canzone a chance. No more. Why? Just because Canzone's a stinker right now, he's 0-2? So the Mariners do score, but it's 2 outs. But Refsnyder is up. Now here's Refsnyder. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss and strike 1. It's only a matter of time until he strikes out. And I'm going to give it about probably 2 minutes until he's... No, I'll go 1.5 minutes until he strikes out. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So it's going to happen in less than 90 seconds. As now we're at 0-2. Refsnyder home run's not going to happen. Now the pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball. And honestly, Refsnyder should have just take one for the team. You know, like just get some pads or something. And just take one for the team. Now it's going to be 50 seconds left until Refsnyder strikes out. And now the 1-2. Low for a ball. 43 seconds left until he strikes out. And it's 2-2. And all I know is he is going to strike out. It is only a matter of time. As we're at 2-2 for Refsnyder, batting 127. Just atrocious. 20 seconds left. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be foul. Still got 15 seconds left. And nope, it's not going to happen within that time. But I was pretty darn close, wasn't I? As now we're at 2-2. But he's probably going to strike out at this one. I guarantee it. Just watch. Only a matter of time. As we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that was on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, too. Because now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to be a backhand throw to second. And that's going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. I mean, even if the Mariners come up clean, you're going to have Johnny Pereda, Leo Rivas, and J.P. Crawford. So you already pretty much have 2 automatic outs. 2 outs. There is already 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. My friend Chris said something. All right, let's see what my friend Chris said.
In the middle. So like Ray shouldn't bat against lefties, but pulling them in the 6 is stupid. But the first and third, nobody out in the 8th inning, you got to pull them. And now they're going to Refshiner. I'd rather see Connor Joe personally. Joe's been more effective than Refshiner, but we'll see.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Yeah, maybe Connor Joe should have been the guy rather than Ref Snyder. It's too bad these 2 Asian players are just not doing it. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a line drive, and Julio literally just lets it drop. Doesn't even make the effort. Now here's Song, who's pinch hitting. Now the pitch. And that's gonna be a strike. Now the pitch. It's gonna be low for a ball throw to second. And they get him out. Now it's gonna be 1 out. And Pereira's been playing very well. Pereira has thrown out 2 runners today. You want to talk about anything positive is that Pereira hasn't been throwing the runners out. Now we're at 1-1 the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Now you got a runner on first base with 1 out. Now here is Gonzalez to Laureano, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And who's got it? Luke Raley should be there. And makes the catch. Now here's Duran. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Good to see Raley finally getting a chance to swing against a lefty, although he struck out. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. He throw backs to first. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-1. Got 2 outs, but we're in danger of having 2 runners on base. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to right center field. And Julio's at the track, at the wall. He makes the catch. He caught the ball. Looks like he robbed the home run. And Julio is down. I hope he's okay. He is okay. What an amazing catch by Julio Rodriguez. He is excited. And now the side is going to retire. I wonder if maybe that will inspire the Mariners to make a comeback in the 9th inning. And now here is Julio. He leaped and he made the catch, and I think he did rob that home run, taking a 2-run home run away from the Padres. Amazing play by Julio Rodriguez. What a great catch by Julio. But the problem is there's already 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. I can tell you that. And that was a second home run in the game that would have been. But Julio robbed the home run. Very good. Now we are back from the break. They're showing that Julio Rodriguez home run robbing, making the catch at the wall. Let's hope that is the inspiration. And now we got Jeremiah Estrada. He's going to be closing this game. No Mason Miller, so the Mariners better take advantage of it. But the Mariners are already down to their final out with Pareda and Rivas. You can make that bet. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder. Told you. And it's already one out. And now it's going to be Rivas, and you're going to pretty much count on it that it's going to be 2 outs. And now it's going to be Connor Joe up to the plate because they don't want to just give outs for free. I mean, this one I can't be mad about because Rivas is just not good. And the fact that the Mariners' likelihood of them coming back is pretty low. So what do you really got to lose at this point? Now it makes you wonder if the Mariners tie the game. I wonder what they're going to do with the defensive alignment. But it looks like they're doing this because they think they lost the game. But with Connor Joe, maybe there's a better shot. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. So, I mean, not mad about this one. Because Rivas has just been really bad. As we're at 1-0. Now the pitch to Connor Joe. And check swing, does he go? He does not go. And that's going to be ball 2. Mariners really need the guys on base because after that you got J.P. Crawford, Julio, and Naylor possibly doing damage. As we're at 2-0, now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball.
Yeah.
We're at 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. And Connor Joe gets on base with a walk. That was absolutely needed. Now it's going to be J.P. Crawford up to the plate. What can J.P. Crawford do? He's batting .212 with 6 home runs and 16 RBIs. He is batting .212, though, but he did hit a home run earlier. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Miller is not available, thankfully, but will that be enough? Now it's the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And now you've got a tying run at the plate. You got Julio Rodriguez, and now there is still a chance. It's still breathing. Mariners are still breathing life. I mean, how much of a justice or how fitting would it be if Julio can come up with something big? And now we're at, here's Julio. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. You be patient at the plate, man. Stop chasing everything. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. And now that's going to be 1-1. We're at still 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. He got caught up on the changeup. And now it's going to be 1-2. It seems like it's only a matter of time until Julio strikes out. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball that didn't necessarily almost get away, but now we're at 2-2. One out, 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Still 2-2. I don't know. It makes you really nervous, doesn't it? I mean, this is just Estrada. He's not Mason Miller, but knowing the Mariners' luck, doesn't really matter who it is. Because we're at 2-2 the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. It's going to be the full count, 3-2. Naylor is on deck. Batting, I don't know. As we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. And no, nothing. But now it's still 2 outs. Doesn't really advance anyone. Fielder's choice. And now it's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. Now here's Josh Naylor up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and this will do it. Go to first. That's going to be in time. And the ball game is over. The Mariners will go down. They have lost the series. Probably going to get swept tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. And it wasn't going to be a walk-off grand slam. Like, this is frustrating to watch. Like, Mariners have just become completely unwatchable. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow, but they're going to be humiliated on national television again. This time it's going to be on NBC. I don't know. It's over. They're pretty much going to lose. Yeah, it was a great stream, whatever, but I am now taking off. It is time. All right, everyone, I'm taking off. I'll be back tomorrow for the series finale. More like series heartbreaking. All right, everyone, thank you. Have a good night. Hit the like button, subscribe.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.